Welcome back, everyone. Following a disappointing defeat to the Bulls on Sunday, the Lakers turned it around and beat them in their rematch, which really told a much different story about their team. I think we can all agree they did not look quite right during LeBron's return. They were not fluid on offense, did not have their regular energy on defense, and overall looked a bit off. However, they were able to get their rhythm back on Wednesday night, and like I talked about in my previous video, it all came down to their team chemistry. Now, it was definitely far from being perfect, with them still committing 15 total turnovers, and really looking a bit sloppy during the first half, though they slowly improved it throughout the game. They even had moments where they really looked like they were clicking at times too, and in my opinion, it showed what they could become at their full potential. Although, all of that will both begin and end with LeBron and Anthony Davis, both of which were great for them tonight. Between the two of them, they put up 63 total points, 17 rebounds, and then made 23 of their team's 45 field goals, and no matter what way you want to look at that is pretty damn good. They rarely get beat when they get a game like this one from Anthony Davis, who was not only dominant on offense, but on defense too, and they absolutely needed that from him tonight. Even beyond those two though, they got solid production from their role players, and primarily from their other three starters. I mean, it's pretty rare for them to have 4 different players score over 15 points in their starting lineup, but that is what they got tonight. We already talked about LeBron and Anthony Davis, but D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves helped out too, chipping in 17 and 19 points respectively, and I cannot fail to mention the payback that Austin Reeves gave to Patrick Beverley, which was absolutely incredible.
Professor pointed out, well, kind of way, it kind of naturally just happens. We end up dressing like one another once in a while.
Oh, he just did it too small.
Oh, he did it. Yep, he did it to him. Austin Reeves gave it to him. Man.
He got him back.
Yep. And you know that's almost like, hey man, you can.
Perhaps even more noteworthy though was how good their starting lineup was shooting the ball, and particularly from the three-point line. Believe it or not, they shot 53.8%, making 7 of their 13 total attempts, which is significantly better than usual. Every single player in their starting lineup made a three-point shot, even Anthony Davis. On the other side of that though, they need better three-point shooting from their bench unit. They failed to make even one three-point shot between the 5 of them, and that cannot continue if they hope to beat good teams. I mean, I like seeing Rui Hachimura getting minutes, but their bench unit did not play very well in general, and especially in regard to generating offense. Now, they did not really need a big game from any of them, but I imagine that all of us would like to see better production from their bench unit, which I do expect from them moving forward. To wrap everything up here though, we cannot take too much away from this game, but I think the Lakers showed a step in the right direction, and especially in regard to rebuilding their on-court chemistry with LeBron. With all of that being said though, I will let you hear what the Lakers had to say about their win tonight, and after listening, let me know your takeaways from this game in the comments down below.
I guess the eye test and just the numbers showed the starting lineup worked pretty well the first time together. What did you see clicking with that group?
Again, just communication, those guys talking through the defense, talking through the offense, which actions were fruitful, which ones weren't, and just, working through it, talking through it. Chicago's a hell of a ball club with a lot of capable players that can do you in. You think about Vooch and DeMar and Zach, Kobe off the bench. They have a plethora of guys that can make huge impacts, throughout the course of a 48-minute game. So we just wanted to try to put them in some uncomfortable positions with their defense and sort of spread the ball around a little bit. Not overdose on any 1 or 2 actions, but just try to slowly sift through the offense and see what was, bringing us the most returns.
And then just looking at the bench unit, what's the balance with LeBron and D'Lo kind of both coming back and kind of minutes and that, and wanted to stagger them some with that unit versus, just got to keep them together with the starters more? How are you looking at that?
Yeah, it's good to have one of those guys, whether it's Bron, D'Lo, AR, one of those guys on the floor with the bench unit. And I thought Malik had a couple rough moments tonight, but he's a trooper, man. He's not going to stop fighting, not going to stop competing, and You know, it's nice where he saved our behinds too, and I look forward to him doing that more often going forward. But you know, having one of those guys out there with, or if it's all 5 guys, you know, just making sure we get into a rhythm and we try to find the actions and the defensive coverage that suits that group.
I could get my work in was to get on the floor and go individuals. So my first live action in those 4 weeks was the game on Sunday. So that's it.
Was this then something that helped you like moving forward, because you looked like your old self, even better than you did on Sunday?
Just trusting the work that I've been putting in. I know I put in a lot of work. I know my body. There's only 2 people that know. Probably there's only one other person that know my body more than me, and that's Mike. So once I get the clearance from him and I feel confident in what I can do on the floor, then I just go out and just go and just play.
LeBron, we got that look at the game out of the All-Star break with you and D'Lo in AD. Small sample size, but looked really good. Tonight looked good again. Austin was in there. What do you like about that group and what's clicking?
I think the number one thing is we have multiple ball handlers, so no one has to feel like they need to stress handling the ball from every possession. We got shot makers in that starting lineup, and we have a lot of length. Myself, Vando, obviously AR, and AD obviously at the rim. So, you know, I mean, D'Lo's actually pretty long as well. So it gives us a lot to do defensively as well.
When Anthony's playing like that, I mean, how much room does it create out there on the court for the rest of the
He
guys?
always plays like that. You just got to kick him in the ass every now and then. But he always plays like that, so I ain't never worried about him.
But I guess in terms of when he's got going like that, the space he's able to create on the court for the rest of you guys?
Well, he's one of the most dynamic players that we have in our league. And especially when he's shooting the ball like that, especially from the perimeter, he's able to knock down a 3-2 that kind of open up the space, then it just makes him even more just unguardable, and then it just helps the rest of the team. And for us, you know, as the supporting cast, we just try to do our part, try to find them early and often, late and often, you know, go from there.
Brian, what did you like about the energy that the starters played with? And you know, I mean, first start together, but those first 6 minutes.
We understood the assignment. We understand this is every road trip is huge, but because of our season, the way things have gone, this is the biggest road trip for us at this moment. So they came into our building on Sunday and took advantage of us, and we wanted to try to get some get back, and we were able to do that.
Anthony, I know we've been waiting a while to try and get that optimized starting lineup. A look at it, right, since you made the trade at the deadline. Certainly looked good tonight. What did you think was the deal with that starting group, and why did it have success?
In all honesty, we just came out hungry. We know we needed to win. Obviously, this team just beat us a couple of nights ago. We want to get some get back, and this whole trip, we call it the get back trip. You know, every team on this trip has beat us the last time we played them. So we want to start off the trip right with a W, and we took care of business tonight.
An efficient 38 for you, a couple steals, couple blocks, no turnovers, double-digit rebounds. AD, what was your focus level coming back here to Chicago? And again, you mentioned this is a team that just beat you on Sunday.
Yeah, man, I always love playing home. I get to play with all my family and friends. I don't get a chance to do that all the time. We come here once a year. So, you know, I always try to come out and perform well and have this moment, you know, especially not just for me, but for the family as well. So, most importantly, we just got to win. You know, come out with an aggressive mindset, knowing that we needed to win. Guys locked in, guys played well on both ends of the basketball. And even though they made their runs, we stayed resilient and was able to, you know, combat their run with our own and came out with the victory, man. That's all that matters.